the umbrella, trying to get that sun out of here. Get out of here, son. That's what I'm trying to do. I think I got it now. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Midgard Axe outside chat. We're gonna let everybody get in. Let me pull up my information here, and we're gonna make sure that everybody can get in. Every time I do a live chat, I have to start it twice. I'll start it and then it doesn't show up. And then I cancel it and start it again, and then everyone can see it. It's very strange how they do it. It looks like it's on, so I'm gonna click on here. So we'll see. And I'm gonna set up the chat here so I can watch at the same time and get your guys's information as you're saying it. How's everybody been? How's everybody doing? I'll let everybody kind of scroll in here, and I'll set that right there. What a day. What a day it's been. It's been one of those days, if you know what I'm talking about. I could sure use this. Definitely could use that. Let's see here. It is not wanting to bring up the chat. I could totally. There we are. There's 5 of you. All right, so we got 5 in here now. We're just gonna I got some really big news that you guys are gonna be interested in hearing about. At least I think you are. It's my way of saying thank you to all of you out there. Please let me know if you guys can hear me too. You should be able to hear me, but if you can't, put it in the chat. Yeah, Sean Curry gave me a thumbs up. All right, cool. What's up, man? Welcome to the chat. I got something really big, at least I think it is. I got something big I want to share with you guys that I plan on doing for you all out there for supporting me and making this channel what it is. I don't know if you guys realize or not, but if you've been with me for long enough, some of you are OGs, some of you have been with me since the very beginning, and I've made friends with quite a few of you. You guys know that when we came into 2026, I was talking about, we were at like 4,000 subscribers. And I was like, man, that's really cool. Almost been on social media now, at least YouTube for 3 years. And I was like, man, it'd be really cool if we could get, going a little bit more this year. And guys, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we're almost up to like 9,000 subscribers. I've got the same amount of subscribers in about 4 or 5 months as it took me to get my first 4,000 subscribers. It took me about 3 years to do that. So, we're growing pretty good. So I think that's a win. This isn't just for the new people. I'm going to do something really cool for all of you that have been with me since the start. But I'm going to give you guys a way to up my way of saying thank you. We'll get into it here in a little bit. I'm not going to make this one long. We'll be here for about an hour. I don't plan on staying in here forever. One thing I want to talk to you guys about really quick is we have an unboxing to do on here. An unboxing. I got to make sure I don't show his address. Mike sent me something really cool. I want to open it for you guys on here. I've yet to open it. It's still taped up. So we'll open this. I kind of already have an idea what it is, but I have yet to get it in my hands and look at it. So there is that. So we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to talk about the Batman axe, the Estwing double bit Black Eagle. I've done some pretty good modifications to it, and I want to show you guys before we throw it. I want to do it on live. It's sitting right here. We'll get to that in a minute. We also have the winkler. The winkler, I actually filmed the first impressions and unboxing. As you can see in the thumbnail, we got the winkler in, and I did the first impressions and unboxing earlier today in the woods. They're actually starting to cut the woods down. I know people are like, oh, he's throwing it. Guys, I told you they were going to cut it down, and they were out there doing it, and I got video of it. I might be able to film in the woods for the rest of the year. I was out there talking to the guy, and they're going like slow. I don't know what they're doing. There's rumor that they're putting a data center over there. So I have no idea. I don't know. I think a lot of people think I live in the suburbs. I really don't. it's a weird area. Chesapeake, Virginia is a weird area because if you go out this side of my neighborhood, it's city. But if you go out the back of my neighborhood, it's very rural. I hate that word, rural. And there's cows over there, and people have horses out there, and there's farmland all the way to Carolina out the back of my neighborhood. And they're talking about building a data center over there. I don't know why, but that's what I heard. But yeah, I was dealing with noise. So this weekend, I'm going to drop the first impressions and unboxing of the Winkler combat axe. If you guys hear some noise in the back, it might have been the heavy machinery out there. I'll do my best in editing. So there is that. Patreon too. A lot of people don't know about Patreon. I have a Patreon page. It's $1. You guys can come over there if you want. I've got a bunch of videos I'm starting to put up now. One of the members over there, Graf, wanted me to do a review of the Doom Blade. It's got rosewood grips on it, the Doom Blade hatchet, the micro hatchet. I'm going to do, I've done a first impression and unboxing on it, and we're going to throw it over there on Patreon. So, and then it's going to go to someone, probably Graf. I'll probably give it to him. I do free giveaways, and I'll give it to him as a free giveaway when I'm done throwing it. But looks promising. I mean, it's super small, but I do like these rosewood handles, guys. These things are gorgeous. These rosewood handles, man, is just, I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. It's not bad at all. Really isn't. And, you know, we'll just talk about whatever in this chat like I always do. I mean, you know, we might give away something. Who knows? If you guys have come to any of my lives, you know that a lot of times I give the past like 2 or 3 lives. I think I've given away about 6 or 7 axes in the past 2 or 3 lives. So maybe I'll pop my head in the shed before we get out of here and I'll give away an axe or 2. I think I've got about 10 axes in there I don't care about. So I don't know. Depends on how much of this we do. I might give a bunch away. We'll see. So let's get into the Estwing real quick. You guys don't know, if you go back into the playlist, you'll see that we recently did a review or a first impression and unboxing of the Estwing double bit black eagle. And I said it looked like a Batman axe. Have you gotten your response from Guinness Book of World Records yet? No. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. If you guys don't know, if you go back into my playlist, I attempted the longest axe throw, the world record for the longest axe throw, and I did it. I have it on camera. I did a video on it, threw it at 200 feet. And there's a whole thing behind it. I found a bunch of guys that were cheating, and I called them out in that video, and I sent all my findings to Guinness. I've gotten back with them, and they said, or they got back with me finally and said that they were going to look into it, and they wanted me to provide all of my credentials to them, and, you know, like all my information on me doing it at 200 feet, which I did. And I'm waiting for them to get back with me. My measurement, the unmodified axes, because I did do it legitimately, and I gave them everything, and they're supposed to be getting back with me about a certificate if what they find is credible in my findings of people cheating. I mean, I don't know what else they need from what I gave them. The guys literally come out and admit in that video, they come out and admit that they cheated. So at least one of them did, and he claims that his friend, the current holder, did it too. So, you know, they're supposed to be doing something. So we'll see. We'll see. Find it strange, though, the World Axethrowing League was very quiet. I know that they know about it. I know they know about it. I haven't heard much about it. It'd be cool if they had contacted me. I'd be happy to give them the information. Maybe they don't want to contact me because the people that they sponsored are in this mess. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Not here for the freebies, here for the info. Rick Messy. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some info too. We'll do info. We'll do all kinds of cool stuff. So I don't know what's going on with that, man. I'll keep you guys updated. I really haven't. There's not really much other than they said they'd take my information and get back with me. So we'll see. See about a certificate. Something was said about a certificate. I'm one of those people where I'll believe it when I see it. That's the type of person I'll believe it when I see it. So if they come back with some BS, I'll make another video. I got no problems calling people out when they do like egregious stuff like that. I got no problem calling out cheaters and people that pretend to be something that they're not. especially when it affects you guys out there and it affects me in this realm of axe throwing. I got no problems doing it. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and get into the double, I told on myself. On the axe head that was sent to me, I kind of already know what it is. It's a double bit. Mike sent me a double bit, and but I don't know what it exactly looks like yet, so we're gonna open it up here. I should probably move my leg. That'd probably be a good idea, huh? Not like I don't have 1,000 scars on my hands already. So, all right, let's open this thing up and see what Mike has sent me. Mike has been on the channel for a very long time. If you guys don't know who Mike is, Mike has been on the channel. He won a free giveaway a long time ago. Mike would have to correct me. I think he won the SOG Tactical Tomahawk, if I'm not mistaken. He's up in upstate New York. And to show his gratitude, after I gave him a free axe, he turned around and sent me a bunch of mead from Helderberg Mead Works up in New York. Some of the best mead I've ever had up in New York. You can order it online. It's Helderberg Mead Works in New York, upstate New York. And you guys should go on their website and take a look at their mead hall they have set up. Back in the back is mountains. It's gorgeous. I would love to go there. I would love to go there and visit that place. I really would. It's a great looking establishment. The inside looks really cool too. It looks like a mead hall, a Viking mead hall. It's an awesome looking place. Man, look at this thing. Look at this thing, the double bit. Mike sent me a double bit. This is really cool. I love double bit axes. Nice and thin too. Cheeks are nice and thin. Bit's nice and thin. Man, this thing looks really nice. Looks really nice. Looks like this one here is a little bit thinner than this one is. So we'll have to do maybe 2 different cheek profiles and bits on this because I like doing that with double bits. But man, this thing is going to look awesome. We're going to heavily modify this. I'm not going to keep it the same as you see it here. We're gonna do some heavy modifications on it. I'm looking to see if there's any markings on it. There's something right here, but I can't make it out. There's a bunch of rust on it. I can't make it out what it says. Maybe Mike can go in the comment section even after the live's over. Maybe he can tell us what it is. But man, this is really cool. Thanks, Mike. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're gonna do something really special with this. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a really cool throwing axe from this double bit, and we're gonna modify, like I said, the heck out of it. We're gonna do some crazy pattern work in this, and I'm probably gonna make a whole video going to, I can never remember the name of the company over there in Norfolk. Woodcraft. They have exotic woods, square exotic wood pieces, all kinds of different woods, and we'll go there and pick out an exotic wood to make a throwing handle for this head, and I'll haft it, design it, haft it with that crazy. We're gonna have to use a draw knife and draw out the handle because it comes in a square chunk of wood. I was thinking about doing rosewood. I know they have it there. I love that. Rosewood's gorgeous. And you know, just drawing out a handle. I don't have a lot of experience drawing out handles from blanks, just from a piece of wood. I don't have a lot of experience in that. So that's going to be, you know, something that, you know, I'll video, but we'll draw it out, make a handle, put it on this customized double bit head, and we'll throw it and see how well it flies. I will say this thing's got some weight to it. It's not extremely heavy, but it has some weight. But I can almost guarantee you I could get it down to be able to be thrown really hard with one hand. And it'll be fun. That'll be fun. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate that, man. I do. The birds are out here. So there's that. Let me know what you guys think about double bits. You guys like your double bits? I think they're cool. I like them when you can take the edges, you know, the bits and the edges, and just kind of make it one on one side and make it one on the other. And basically getting into that part, we're going to talk about the Estwing. You guys ready to see it? If you guys haven't seen it yet, I did a review or a first impression unboxing on the Estwing double bit eagle. And I said it looked like the Batman axe. And I love Batman. Batman, you know, I got a bunch of kids, they are on superheroes, especially my 2-year-old. She loves Batman and she loves superheroes. My 2-year-old daughter, Freya, She's about to turn 3, and she loves superheroes. She was always run around the house, Daddy, 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 shh, web you up, web you up. She loves Spider-Man. And so anyway, you know, I love Batman. I have a lot of vintage Batman memorabilia I've got put away in my closet. And 60s Batman cars. I've got a really good Batman collection. So I decided to make the Estwing a Batman axe. I thought it'd be cool. You guys ready to see it? So here it is. It looks like maybe like an axe that Batman would have in maybe like the 60s and 70s. Here we are. The Estwing double bit Black Eagle Midgard axe style. Tribute to Batman. Take a look at that, guys. I painted it, I hand painted it. And if you see here, these notches, I actually put those notches in. I used a grinder and put the initial notches in it, and then went back in with my Dremel and cleaned up the notches. So that's what we got here. You may be wondering, man, that thing looks a little smaller. It is. I cut a little over 2 inches off of it because I found that at 15 inches, this thing, it's a little under 15 inches, was way more wieldy. Yeah, that's a word. Yeah. And it just feels way better in the hand. It really does. It felt like the weight was exaggerated because of how long it was. It's not extremely heavy, but with that length, it just exaggerates the weight. And I knew that we were going to have issues throwing it at distance. And I thought, well, what's the point? Let's just modify it from the get-go and make it more tactical. I even put a glass breaker down at the bottom. I used the existing steel handle and just kind of rounded it off and put a point on the end for glass breaking to make it more tactical. So here is the Estwing double bit Black Eagle Midgard axe style. And I did something with the cheeks and the bit. I will say it took me a while. It took me a while to get the edges that I wanted, but I got them. And here's the cool thing about it. The Estwing side facing me has a fatter bit and cheek profile. You can probably see it. It's a lot fatter. And I made it that way so that way if I wanted to beat on things with a fatter bit and fatter cheeks, I could. And if I turn the Estwing logo out, this is a lot thinner for sticking and axe throwing. Now I can throw this side too over here and stick it, but I wanted to give myself 2 different bits. I like doing that with double bits, so that's what I did here. Estwing side out, axe throwing, the logo inside smashing, but I can throw both. So that's what I decided to do with it. It gave it a way better feel, in my opinion, in the hand. And if you see here, it's going to tip a little faster than it did before. Even with 2 inches, guys, I tell people all the time with axes, that even 2 inches off your handle can change the way your axe flies in the air and how it feels in the hand. And taking, I think it was a little over 2 inches, it just, you know, it could be psychological too. That's totally possible. But it just feels so much better in the hand. I think I'll have a better time throwing it too. And that's the name of the game when it comes to throwing these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks, is that if you get something and you like it, but you know that you can do something to it just a little bit to make it better, then why not? And I knew that cutting a little bit off would make it a better flyer. It's still going to be able to test the steel, the edge quality, the edge retention, and how well it flies in the air. And I didn't do anything that you guys can't do at home. I literally used a cut-off wheel, cut through the rubber, cut it off, left a little bit on the end, reprofiled a little bit for a glass breaker, and then just wrapped the handle. And I will say too, I do like this for axe throwing too, because that rubber grip is going to take abuse and it's going to tear up and it's going to tear off and it's going to turn to crap. At least with this steel down here at the bottom, if you get knob strikes, it's not going to mess your rubber grip up. So it'll give your rubber grip protection. And I will say that when I cut the rubber grip off, I noticed below the hole that they made for a lanyard, there's no steel. It's basically all rubber. So that would have just went to hell with knob strikes. It really would have. So I think doing that made it a better flying axe. And of course, we'll have to test it come next week. I haven't been feeling the greatest. If you guys don't know, I haven't been feeling great. I don't know. I think just kind of throwing it out there, I think I've got the from 2020. If you guys don't know, you can hear my nose running. I've been like this for 2 weeks. The day after I filmed the RMJ Tactical Kestrel, I got sick. My wife got sick, and the 2-year-old got sick. And I've got an extreme nauseating, it almost feels like a hangover with this extreme, odd migraine headache. And I remember it was very distinct in 2021 when I got it, and it feels exactly the same again. And like I said, I've been like this for like 2 weeks now. So that's why I decided to do 2 unboxings in a row. We did the RMJ Tactical, and then we did the Estwing last weekend, the unboxing, and then this weekend we're going to do another unboxing. I want to be able to give these axes my true full potential, and I just don't. I'm not feeling it right now. So you know, my voice is kind of coming back. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like crap, and 2 people in the house have the same thing too. We're just, I don't know. And no, I didn't get a vaccine. If you're wondering, I didn't get it, and I'm not gonna get it. If you want to, that's great on you. I'm not doing it. I pulled through the first time, I pulled through again, and I'm not sticking anything in my arm if I don't have to. So there's that. Dan the Man said, hey Wes, what's up? Just joining, it's dope looking axe. Yeah, I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was cool, and so did REI. Iron Miner, beautiful work. Yeah, I mean, it was something that anybody could really do. You can just throw it together. I mean, sometimes it doesn't take a lot to make these things look cool, and you know, sometimes I put a lot of work into them, and sometimes I don't. And I noticed that sometimes just doing a little bit here and there can basically change the way an axe feels in the hand and looks. And I didn't want to go too crazy on the modifications, but you guys will come back and watch me throw it. I'll give you my honest opinion, but I think it's going to be better. And if you guys remember, I think I did the same thing with the camp axe. I took the rubber off, didn't like it, and made my own grip to it, and it was a great flyer. I can see that sun over here starting to set past my umbrella. I hope it doesn't start shining on the lens. I might have to get up and adjust it, guys, so it's not shining, because it's going to block everything out. So that's that. Okay, real quick, what else do we have? We have the Estwing, and we did that one. The winkler combat axe. Did a first impression and an unboxing video. I recorded it today. Here we are. I'm not going to show it to you. You have to come back this weekend and watch it. I was surprised by it. I don't have any experience with winklers. I've never dealt with winkler before, never had a winkler before. But I was pleasantly surprised in some areas, and then I'm not going to say I was disappointed, but it caught me off guard in other areas. And then I got something I really wasn't expecting with it, which was really cool. So you guys have to come back and check it out. It took a while to get FedEx. I don't know what's going on with FedEx. You guys ever order anything from anywhere and FedEx will give you a delivery date? And it's always the weekend. They're like, it'll be there Saturday. And you're like, cool. But then you notice it's like 2 states away and it's Friday night. And you're like, there's no way it's going to get here. And then Saturday comes and then it's like, oh, sorry, we're not going to get it to you on today. You'll get it on Monday. So I got it on Monday. So if you need an axe today, go to Northern Tool. That actually was a legitimate video. That was not a BS. That was not set up. I literally was like, oh crap, I need an axe to unbox today. I need an unboxing axe. So I said, let's just make a video of me doing it. So I ran Northern Tool and got the Estwing. So that was an actual real legitimate video. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't, you know, anything. I wanted to do a review on that axe, but it was just, let's run and get one. And that was legitimate. I went in there and grabbed it. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, so getting into try some J. Crow's Lugal solution of iodine 2% 2 ounce, build back your immunity. Yeah, that probably is a good idea. Probably is a good idea. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with that mess. It's probably because when at work, I operate a machine at work, and there's constant changing of people in and out of that same machine. By the time I get in a machine and then come back and get in that machine, there's been like 2 or 3 other people in between my first operation and then my next operation. There's a bunch of people in there touching, sneezing, and I wear gloves and have hand sanitizer, but sometimes I don't catch it. And I think the last time I got it in 2021, it was because we were essential workers, so we had to work all the way through it. And I mean, we were just, people out there were catching it left and right in 2020 and 2021. It was the name of the game. So we'll see. I have to check it out and see. But I'm feeling pretty decent. Got this going. This probably doesn't help any, but it makes me feel better. And 2 drops a day. Yeah, I'll go check it out. I'll come back in here and screenshot it. Somebody screenshot that for me and send it to me, so that way I can see it. So, yeah. Wondering about that sun. I don't think we're there yet. Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. How long we been going? What time is it? I don't know what time it is. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of you for everything you guys do, watching me. I've been trying to evolve on this channel. I know things can get very repetitive, and I'm trying to do my best to not make it so repetitive, because I know it can get old after a while seeing me throw the exact same way over and over. So I kind of bring in those music video intros to you guys, kind of break up the monotony, and then I'll do modifications to axes and stuff. But we really have been doing extremely well this year. The Schrade Backdraft axe, the first impressions and unboxing, that video is up to almost 150,000 views. Okay. And it was actually kind of cool too, because one of you sent me that axe. It was a surprise to me. I knew it was coming, but I had no idea what it was. So it was cool that in a video that did so well, one of you out there helped me, in essence, make that video. And I love that. That's really cool. It wasn't something I did on my own. So I've been thinking, and I was like, I give away a lot of axes. I do. It's my way of giving back to you guys, because number one, I can't keep all these axes. I got too many as it is. I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 axes over there in my Axethrowing target setup, my background when I do my reviews, that I've just decided to leave as props, and they're all rusted and everything. So that was just my way of just trying to find a way to use some of these axes. And I said, how can I give back? I know I do giveaways. I know I do a lot of giveaways, but how can I really give back? And I was like, well, I could give like 15 or 20 of you free memberships to Patreon, so that way you can get a taste of it. And I'm going to do that. I don't know how to do it. I need to Google it, figure it out. I'm going to pick 20 random people and give you guys a membership to Patreon. I don't know, it's $1 a month. So I'll give you guys, I don't know, 3 or 4 months worth of free stuff, free memberships. You can come over there and check it out and see how you're doing, or see how I'm doing over there and see the things that we're putting out. But it just didn't feel like it was going to be enough. I said, still that doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. So what can I do? What can we do? So Dave and I were talking about it, and we came up with a really cool idea, and I'm going to present it to you now. Here's what we're going to do. At Christmas time, I know you're like, shit, that's a long time away. It is. But hear me out, hear me out. So I've decided, come Christmas time, and I'll make sure that you get it before Christmas. I am extremely slow in getting out my free reviews or my free giveaways that I do reviews on. I'm extremely slow getting them out. It's mostly my work schedule, but you guys always get them. I never don't give people their free giveaways. You'll get it before Christmas. And here's what we're going to do. You guys don't have to do anything right now. We will, the first week of December, we will do a giveaway here on YouTube to all the people that have subscribed to me. And we'll do something big. And what I want to do is I want to give away a Tops Knives VI axe. So you guys know things like 250 or 300 bucks given away. There's nothing behind it. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to tell 10 friends. No, I'm just going to go in and randomly pick a person to give the VI axe to. So that's what I want to do. I wish I had a lot of money so I could go through and give more axes out. But then me and Dave were talking, we were like, well, how could we make it better than that? And I said, well, if we decided to do more than that, I could use your guys' help. So not doing anything, just how it is. I'm going to give away a Tops Knives VI axe the first week of December, and I'll make sure you get it before Christmas. I will. You don't have to do anything. And anybody out there knows, if anybody in the comment section could go in later after this live goes public on my page, or anybody that's in the chat now please feel free. I have never given a free giveaway to someone that I actually know. I've made friends with people I've given access to later on, but I've never actually given an axe. And please go in the comment section and tell everybody you want an axe from me and you've never met me. Every single one of them, I don't know who you guys are most of the time. So I decided, hey, what's better? What's better than that? And I said, okay, well, we're close. I'm not going to give you guys a crazy number, but we're close to 10,000 subscribers. And I said, okay, here's what we'll do. If we get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I think we're at like 80 something, 8,800, I think. It's not very far away. We'll probably do it. If we get to 10,000 subscribers by December, then here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you guys the option. We're not only going to give away the Tops Knives VI axe, but we'll also give away an American Tomahawk Model 1 with the nylon handle away as well. We'll do 2 giveaways. I think together, it's around like $450 to $475. Or I'll give you guys the option, we'll do a poll. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll do a poll. We can either do 2 giveaways, or I'll give you guys 1 axe, and I'll give you an RMJ tactical axe of your choice. We'll do another poll. We'll do 2 polls, which aren't, holy crap. Birdham has hit me in the face. Man, that was close. I'll give you guys the choice to either get two axes, VI axe and the Model 1, or we'll take that money and do 1 giveaway as an RMJ tactical. Any one of your choosing, we'll do a poll to figure out the model. And then me and Dave were thinking, and we said, well, how can we top even that? And I said, well, we could do 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's basically around double what we got now. I think we could do it. It's start of June. We've gotten 4,000 to 5,000 subscribers since January. So if we get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year, with your help, of course, this is going to be a big one. If we get to 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do a winkler. I will do a winkler combat axe as long as this thing holds up. I don't know anything about it. It's expensive. It's like over 600 bucks. I think it's pretty good. We'll throw it and find out. We'll change this later if we need to, but as long as the winkler holds up, if we get to 15,000 subscribers by December, 1st of December, I'll give you guys a combat axe like the one I have here, and I'll give you guys a Model 1 from American Tomahawk Company. And we'll just do that. Give you guys that. That's close to about 800 bucks. And we'll do that. We'll make 2 people have a great Christmas. Probably the winkler person probably have a little bit better of a Christmas. But hey, man, that Model 1, I'd be happy with that. Like I said, that Model 1's great. And I like it so much that I'm going to give it to one of you guys because I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I do. So there's the criteria. Either way, I'll give you guys a VI axe. 10,000 subscribers, I'll give you the choice between the 2 or the 1 RMJ tactical. And then if we get to 15, I'll give you guys a winkler and the Model 1. And we'll do a free giveaway. We're going to have to do it fast. We'll have to do it the first week of December. We'll have to do it quick, so that way I can send it out to you guys so you'll get it before Christmas. Let me know what you guys think about that. I think that would be really cool. Wilkie, I think that's how you said it. Wilkie72 said, how much is Patreon? It's $1. I have different tiers, of course. I've got $1, $3, and $5. The $5 is, I try to make it more like a personal thing between you and me. Like you and I can have conversations at any point in time. At any point in time, you can send me a message on there and I'll respond. The Grath Nation, he's on there now. He's a $5 member, and him and I talk all the time. He sends me messages all the time on there. I respond to him. We talk back and forth all the time on there. And I don't remember what tier it is. It's either the $3 or $5 tier. You guys can request an axe for me to review on Patreon, which is what Grath did. Grath asked me to get this and review it, and I did it for him. So you guys can get on there and ask me, hey, Wes, I think I said up to 100 bucks is my limit, though. Up to $100, send me, hey, I want you to review this axe for me. Okay. and I'll do a first impressions and unboxing of it on Patreon, and I'll review it on Patreon, just like I do on YouTube, but it will be a specific axe you ask for. And then I give it away. And then it don't matter what axe it is, I give it away on Patreon. So, you know, I'm trying to get enough people up to where I can do one a month. There's not enough people on there. If I did a free giveaway once a month, the same person or the same 2 people would get an axe every single month. I'd be giving away axes to the same people every single month. I'm trying to spread it out. So we'll do a free giveaway once a month on there once we get at least 10 or 15 people on there. I want to get at least 10 or 15 people on Patreon, but you can join up for $1. And for $1, you get the same content you get on YouTube, but you get more. I give you guys behind the scenes stuff. I talked about this and asking, like on Patreon, I talked about this. I showed this already on Patreon. I did the modifications on Patreon. Sometimes I'll give sneak peeks on axe before I get on YouTube. I'll show you guys. And I even listen to you guys on your recommendations for YouTube reviews too. So, you know, you can get all the content behind the scenes stuff just for $1. And you can get into the free giveaways for $1. It's $1 a month. That's all it is. So if I can get up to like 10 or 15 Patreon members, we can start doing the free giveaways once a month. I had to move everything over to Patreon for the free giveaways for liability reasons. I am taking a chance giving these away on these lives, but I've been in touch with legal people, and I didn't realize, guys, but some of these states have laws on some of these axes, which is so stupid. So stupid. Like if an axe is labeled a tomahawk, you have to be a certain age, and I could get myself into trouble sending it to someone underage and not knowing. Just about all the laws are 18, which is why I had to move all my free giveaways over to Patreon, because you got to be 18 or older to get on Patreon. So unfortunately, that's what I had to do to save myself from getting in trouble. You know, I don't make the laws. It's stupid. When are we going to throw the tea in the harbor, by the way? Good gracious. This is getting ridiculous here in America. Like, we're supposed to be America. This is getting crazy. It's getting nuts. Getting nuts. Getting nuts, guys. Getting nuts. So that's why I had to move a lot of that's why I had to go over to Patreon to do the free giveaways. You know, it is what it is. I can't do anything about that. It just sucks. It really does. So it was only a month before you got it. Danny the Man said it was only a month before you got it sent to me. I figured it would take about that long, so no worries. And I won an axe last time on a live. Yeah, see, Dan won 2 axes. I've had a couple people win free giveaways 2 and 3 times. Because when I used to do my giveaways on YouTube, there'd only be like, I think a lot of people think I was full of crap. I would do a free giveaway and I'd get like thousands of views on it, and only like 15 people would go into the comments section and write axe. And I'm like, okay, cool. And some people would you know, win things 2 and 3 times. That's just kind of how it is. So no worries. I went live. I don't know Wes personally, just on here and Patreon. Yeah, I mean, guys, it does take me a while. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on my work schedule. We've had some mix-ups sometimes. We had an axe go out to the wrong person. We had, Dan, I didn't tell you guys this, for the 3 of you that recently won giveaways on the last live. I got kind of screwed through the post office. I got tired of it. It was what it was. I went up there on Saturday. Finally got a day off where the post office was open. I went up to the post office. I was the only person in line. And normally speaking, I go over there to the kind of like do your own package, where you go over there and you type in all the information, you weigh it yourself and measure it, and it prints you out the label, you stick it on there. That's usually what I do because the line's forever long. But when I went in there on Saturday, there was nobody there. And I was like, man, this would be so fast, so much faster to go up there and have the lady do it. So I went up there and she did everything. You know, I had 3 axes to send out, and, you know, different parts of the country. And I said, this is, you know, handed her 1 box, read out the information. She printed out the tag, but didn't slap it on the box. She goes, next box. Gave her the next box. Anyway, we got through all 3 axes. Then she starts slapping stickers on boxes. And she was like, she gave me a piece of paper. She said, you need to go stand over there and write their address and a return address on this piece of paper so it can be taped onto the corner of the box. I said, okay. So I went over there and stood over there, and I'm reading. Luckily, guys, I'm sitting there and I'm filling it out, and I happened to look, And whoever got the cobalt carpenter's hatchet was fine. I can't remember who got that. That was in I think I put it in a Rango Tools box. Whoever got that one, that sticker was right. But she had swapped the SOG and the weird Chinese axe, I can't remember the name of it. She had swapped those stickers. And I realized it, and I was like, so I go up there and I said, you put the stickers on the wrong boxes. This is supposed to go to this person. This is you put the stickers on the wrong. You'd think I had just told her to tell me, how, how to print off things from a printer. And 45 minutes later, I got a money order because they couldn't give me my money back. So they had to print me out a money order. They screwed me out of like $14. She's sitting there going, why is it saying that I owe you $14? And I was like, well, when you swap them, there was a difference now in weight to where it's supposed to be going in the country. So it's going to change the price. So I said, just let me take my $32. I was supposed to get $44, but they gave me a $32 money order, which was the difference of the $12 that they owed me. I said, I don't care. Merry Christmas, federal government. You can have $12 for me. Just get me the heck out of here. So then they it was just a nightmare. And I said, next time I go up there, I'm going to go stand over there in the corner and I'm going to put my own label on it and I'm going to write everything in there myself. I'm not going through that again. It was oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. So whatever. Damn this, I like the idea. Mike Boyce said, will the giveaway be open to Canadians? Good question, Mike. I don't have a problem sending it to you guys in Canada. I don't have a problem doing that. It really is just going to depend on, I guess, customs. I don't have a problem. I don't think the shipping's not very much more expensive. It's probably about double than what it would be to send in the United States, and it's not too terribly expensive from what I remember. I think I sent something, and here I have to get back with you on that. I know at one time someone in England won one of my free giveaways, and I went to UPS. Oh, sorry, guys. Coast Guard helicopters coming overhead, so it's going to be a lot loud for a minute. There's a Coast Guard base not too far from here. Let's get over. They fly over here in my house all the time, constantly. Waiting for them to stop here and start fast roping, guys, like they did at the government contractor I worked with over the line in Carolina. I used to work for a government contractor doing pew-pew stuff. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not getting into it, but they used to come out there all the time and train, along with the Virginia Beach Police Department has their own stuff out there too. But anyway, I'll have to check in on that because I went to UPS to send someone in England a free giveaway. I forgot what axe it was. Oh, it was a Kings County Tools Tomahawk hatchet. I went to UPS and was like, I'd like to send this to England, please. And they were like, great, it's going to cost you $400. And I was like, well, I'm not trying to send it fast. Let's just, the cheapest one. She was like, okay, it'll cost you $220. Ended up having to give him an Amazon gift card so he could buy his own axe. And I kept the Kings County Tools Tomahawk hatchet. I just kept it. So I'll have to get back with you on the Canadian postage and see how much it's going to, I'll get back with you on that. I don't have a problem with it as long as it's not going to cost me hundreds and hundreds of dollars to send it, ship it. I don't have a problem doing that. I think it really starts getting expensive when it starts going to places that they have to put on an airplane or a ship. I think they can just ride it right over a truck over to the Canadian border. So I don't have a problem with that. Let me just get with the with UPS and find out what it would be to send it. I think I can probably just Google it and find that information. I'll get back with you on another video on sending stuff to Canada. But I don't have it personally. I'd love to send it to everyone, but shipping just starts getting ridiculous nowadays. It's just getting crazy. So, like I said, just ship off their website so much better. Yeah. Yeah, I know, it probably would be. Axes are fine. The only thing that might get held at customs is folders of some sort. I totally pay for postage. Yeah, like I said, I don't mind sending it to you guys. I really don't. It's just as long as it's just not, like if it doesn't make sense. Like if it costs like $150 to $200 to send you a Model 1, it's like, well, I'll just give you a gift card or something and you can buy it and have it sent to your house or I'll just send you a gift card and you can order it off their website to be sent, and the company can pay that extra shipping or something. I don't know. You know, maybe we'll figure something out. We got a little bit of time till December. So if you guys want to do some research with me, that'd be great. I live in Virginia. I live in the Chesapeake, Virginia is where I live at. It's literally right on the border of Carolina. And I was supposed to go to the beach today. I was going to do a first impressions and unboxing of the Winkler tomahawk, or the Winkler combat axe on the beach. I thought it was fitting because it's a Navy SEAL axe to do it on the beach, but I didn't get a chance to go this morning. I live right down the street from Little Creek. If you guys know anything about a Navy SEALs, Little Creek amphibious base is where they're at. I'm not very far from that at all, where the evened team numbers are. And you guys know I put a picture of me and Don Shipley. I saw him at Home Depot, right down here. He lives over here by me, and I was like, "Hey, Don." We were talking for a while, and I got a picture with him. So he's a pretty cool dude, ex-Navy SEAL. He's got his own YouTube channel. I was gonna ask him about some information, but he's got some stuff going on. If you guys don't know, Don Shipley on YouTube, he calls out fake Navy SEALs, and you know, I emailed him and was talking to him. He's got some stuff going on family-wise, and I was gonna ask him about the Winkler and get some more information on it, but I decided to go a different route. I did speak to someone in that realm, but it wasn't Don, and decided to not cover the history on it. It's a little controversial. I talk about it in the first unboxing and first impressions on the Winkler combat axes. There's a lot of vet on vet drama, bro drama going on YouTube right now, and I can see where the Winkler combat axe could bring that up. So I decided not to cover it. I'm not getting into that. I'm trying to cover the cool part of these axes and the positive part of these axes. There is something dark. If you want to go check it out, you can. I'm not going down that road. And I'm not trying to stay away from it because I think it's not important. There's people that have covered it already. And it's not I don't want to stick my feet in those waters. It's not my story to tell. I wasn't a Navy SEAL, and I'm not a Navy SEAL, and I'm not going to talk for them. I'm just not going to do that. So I'm going to cover what I know about it and what I've been told about it and the positive things of Winkler, because there is a lot of positive stuff about these Winkler combat axes. If you guys didn't know, he actually designed axes that were in movies, like The Last of Mohicans. Is it The Last of Mohicans? I think he designed some of those tomahawks in that movie. It's an older movie. And he's done a lot of cool stuff since like the mid to late 80s. And he's a master bladesmith. So he's got some talent. And looking at that axe when I did a first impressions on it today, you can tell that thing's made of quality. But I am not going to go into it any more than that. Like I said, I don't think it's my story to tell. I hate when people get on YouTube and make videos and talk from a third person when they don't even know what they're talking about, especially when it comes to that type of stuff. You know, people can do whatever they want, but I'm not doing it. It's not my story to tell, and I'm not going to, you know, what is it called? Backseat driver or quarterback, passenger quarterback, whatever it is, sideline quarterback information that I don't actually know about and speculate and make it look like something that it's not. I'm just not doing that. That's not me. That's not me. So I totally pay for postage. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, Mike. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was cool. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any other ideas. If there is, I will say this. We're going to be doing tactical axes for the rest of the year, but I forgot to tell you guys about this. There's a new axe out, or it's been out for a little while now, but I just found it. It's a bushcraft axe. And I'm going to do a very small series coming up soon where I'm going to take two bushcraft axes and put them together. And we're going to basically see if the one that's $160 is better than the one that's $80. And we're going to see if price equals quality in these two hatchets. One's $80. It comes from one country. And then another one's $160 and it comes from a different country. And we have done reviews on axes from these companies before. And they were very, The reviews were really good. And they're bushcraft axes, and we're going to take them, we're going to do a first impressions and unboxing of each one, and then we're going to throw them in the same video. And I'm going to put them to the test. I'm going to show you guys what I think about them and how well they perform, and if you should buy the more expensive one or go with the cheaper one, and if price actually matters in these two. And they're very similar. They both tout the same type of thing, bushcrafting, carving, cutting, camp style hatchets. And we're going to put them together and see which one performs, and if we're going to see if the one that's more expensive is better. I will say I'm excited, and this is not going to sway me any, but I'm really excited for the one that's 160 bucks. This is the new one that recently has come out that I didn't know about, that I found out about recently, and it's really cool looking. Is that going to sway my opinion? Of course not. If the $80 one's better, I'll tell you guys that. But we're going to do a small little segment on that. Maybe within like a 2 or 3 week period, we'll do a small first impressions and unboxing video on those and throw them out here. They're both really are of quality, I think. It's just one's double the price. So I'm interested to see if that means it's going to be better or not. Don't know. I will say, though, that the one that's $160 has a better reputation, and it does have a better track record with me than the one that's $80. The one that's $80, the handles on them are, axe heads are great, but the handles can be a little eh. Where the one that's 160 bucks, their handles are freaking incredible. Hickory handles, and they're awesome. So I don't think we're gonna have any issues with the one that's 160 bucks. I really don't, but I am a little concerned about the handle on the $80 one. But maybe we'll get a handle to kind of just hang out in the background in case that handle breaks, because it more than likely probably will. It's an ash handle. Tough, but those things tend to snap on me pretty quickly. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm interested. I would just kind of give us a little bit of a break from the tactical axes just for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then we'll go back to them. I've got a lot of cool axes that are just kind of hanging out, waiting to get to. And I keep calling it half breed, but I can't remember. I think it's half breed or rare breed. I can't remember. It's an Australian axe. I want to get to that one. There's one called the F13 Tommy. I can't remember the name of the company. That one looks really cool too. It's about like $200 and some. It's a typical micarta handle, but it has a very similar look to it that the Winkler axes do. I'm interested in getting that one. That one looks really cool. And of course, I've had a couple people ask me about the ancient smithy. Ancient smithy axes. I've already got it in my Amazon cart. I've been trying to decide which one I want to get. They have a couple different models. Ironically enough, and I'm not saying anything about ancient smithy, ironically enough, though, their axes look a lot like Winkler axes. Go look at them. The ancient smithy hatchets. They're very similar, especially the ancient smithy hatchet that looks almost exactly like the Winkler R&D hatchet. Very similar axe head designs. But I will say the spike on the back is a little different. So, and if you guys don't know, you should look at how thick those ancient smithy hatchets are, the tomahawks. Those things, I'm not kidding, they're really thick. They're really thick hatchets. So I don't think you have to worry about them breaking. They do a little something different than micarta. They say that the grip panels are similar to micarta, but they're really cool looking. So they have 2 different bit designs. They have one like a normal style rounded bit. Then they have another one that has like a 3-edge design where the toe's at, it comes out, comes back in, goes down to the heel, and then has another bit. So they have, I think it looks just like the R&D one from Winkler. Maybe we'll do is this one better than the Winkler? Because it's only like $189, $189 to 200 bucks for the ancient smithy. Very similar construction to the Winkler combat axe. So we'll have to do one. I've got it in my Amazon cart, and I think I'm going to do the crazy bit one, the one that has the bit that kind of comes out, comes back in, and then goes down. I'm interested to see how well that works for Axethrowing. And I think I'd have to get it in my hand, but I think that the heads are a little thinner. I might be able to get an edge up at the top of the axe head. I'm not getting one with that. I could, but I'm not getting one with the Winkler. The steel on top is really, that's I'm not going to say anything else. Come back for the first impressions unboxing on the Winkler this weekend. But I was surprised by that. I thought it was going to be different. I thought it was. So that's a half breed. Yeah, that's what it is. I keep wanting to say rare breed. Half breed. The half breed. I believe they are made in Australia. They're something to do with Australian. I think they say that the cops or their like rescue people use them, and I think maybe Australian special forces use them. That's a stretch. Don't quote me on that, but I know they say something about their like emergency personnel people use those axes. So we'll get into it. I'll tell you guys about it when we get to it. So that'll be kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think. Estwing's pretty cool, guys. I can't wait to throw this thing. Does have some weight to it, but man, this thing's going to smash. I'm kind of worried about what it's going to do to my target. I think it's going to take some massive chunks out of my target. And of course, we got the log over here. You guys haven't seen it. We got a log sitting over here. That's going to be my new target. It's just sitting over here waiting for me to cut in half. I need to get it off the ground before the termites get to it. If termites get to it, it's done. Won't be able to use it. So we need to go ahead and get it cut up, sprayed, and put in my shed up away from them, so that way, because that one target over there is about done. It's getting close to being done. Those logs that hang out here, they'll last about a year, depending on if my sons throw at them and how much I throw not on camera. I will say, guys, I'll give you guys a little information. I'm getting older. I'll be 43 this year. And most people that throw anything at my age have already retired or are starting to retire from throwing anything. They just are, because they can't keep up with a demanding throwing schedule. Like your pitchers and your football players. Of course, you got Tom Brady and, Aaron Rodgers and all of them. But, they, at 42, 43, they were done. I know that I can push it farther because I'm not throwing a ton. But somebody asked me the other day why I don't throw as much as I used to. And it's because I'm getting older. And I have to take into account, I can make more throwing videos, but it's going to limit how much I test these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks. Meaning, I get well over 100 throws with these when I test them. If I was to do maybe 2 reviews a week, or maybe a review every week, I would probably have to cut the throws down to like half that, so my arm can recover. I'm not willing to do that. It seems disingenuous to me to do the reviews I've been doing now for 3 years. I keep saying almost 3 years. We've been on social media on YouTube now for 3 years. And I've kept it the same the entire time, and I'm not going to change that. So if that means we have to do a first impressions and unboxing 1 week to do a review, so that way I'm only throwing on camera twice to maybe 3 times a month, then that's what we're going to have to do, so I can keep the legitimacy of my reviews and the integrity there of my reviews and still be able to throw. My arm does not recover like it did 3 years ago. It just doesn't. So I have to not be stupid and realize that I'm just getting older. I could just say screw it and keep throwing, and then I'll end up to where I won't be able to throw at all, period. And I realize that. I'm not going to do this. I want to do this for a long time. So I need to be smart about it. I'm trying to find content that you guys want to watch that's outside of me throwing. So that way we can kind of branch out too, which is why I have some things coming this summer. I found a Viking eatery near me, which I want to make a video on, which is really cool. It's a Viking restaurant. I had no idea it even existed. We're going to go there, we're going to eat there, and we're going to film there. I don't care. We're going to go in there and try some of their cool food, and I'll make a video on that. I thought it'd be really cool. And then there's a store, which I've talked about before, called Sons of Vikings. It's near me. They have all kinds of cool stuff. Legitimate stuff, and then, cool stuff. They have jewelry and authentic clothing from Ireland and England and from Scandinavia. They have boots and they have all kinds of stuff, guys. That's where I got my lithographs that I have hanging in my room of the wild hunt and the other lithograph of Thor, or Thor, depending on where you come from, how you say Thor's name, or Thor. That's where I got those from, and he's got a whole store. And I want to go in there. I've asked him. He said he's more than happy for me to come in there and make a video of showing you guys around on that. So that's something else we're going to do too, is go in there and look at some of the cool clothing and cool jewelry. And he's got games, like the old school games that they would play back in the day. You know, replicas of like different board games and stuff they played back then. It's really cool. And drinking mugs. And maybe I'll try to get him to do some free giveaways in that video. Maybe he'll give me some stuff. Maybe he'll give me some stuff, some drinking mugs, some horns. He's got some gala horns in there, you know, that you blow into. I'll get him to give us some free stuff that video, and I'll do a free giveaway in that video. I'll tell you this, if he doesn't give me free stuff in that video, then I'll buy some stuff that day and do a free giveaway of some of his stuff in that store. Because if he won't do it, I'll do it. I don't mind. So we'll do some cool stuff. If you guys got any other ideas for videos outside of just, you know, axe throwing that I could do, I want to go down to North Carolina. I want to get down to North Carolina and visit Winkler. I want to go down there and visit some other stores. Hoffman Blacksmithing. He's in Carolina too, and he's not very far away from me. I want to go down to Hoffman. And I want to take a tour, if I could, of his place. He makes some incredible axes. His axes are second to none, and I want to go see how he makes them, and I want to take a tour. He's got some beautiful handles, too. You guys know I've been using his axe handles for a really long time. If you don't know, I have been. I don't really use them much for axe throwing, but I use them for my chopping and splitting axes, and they're awesome. I love his handles. Hoffman Blacksmithing and Hoffman Handles. He's got a handles website now, so go check out his handles. Octagon handles, different wood type handles. He gives you some really expensive ones, or you can get some of his budget ones. And I will say, guys, I've used some of his budget handles before that maybe have some grain run out or 45 degree grain orientation. They're still really good. So you can go the cheaper route too with his handles. They're still gorgeous. They really are. So, all right, guys, we're going to end it here. I'm going to keep talking and keep talking. Did you get your S7 RMJ yet? No, I didn't. I haven't got it yet. I don't know if I want to get the S7 tool, the steel, or the S7 steel in another Kestrel. Because guys, I thought I got the feather and I didn't. The box says feather, but then when I weighed it, because I didn't weigh it and I measured how thick it was, you guys were right. That's a normal Kestrel. So I want to get the lighter version because I bet I can tear up even better with the lighter version. So I'm thinking about getting the Kestrel, but I don't think they make the Kestrel feather in the S7. I think they only make it in the 80 CRV2. I could be wrong. But we'll have to get another RMJ and S7 steel and throw it. Maybe I'll get the Shrike. I think the Shrike comes in S7. So I kind of want to go away from the Kestrel for my next review and come back to the feather model at some other time. But we'll get the S7 tool, S7 steel, and maybe we'll get it in the Shrike, and we'll do a review on it in the S7 steel. Hoffman, youngest winner of Forged in Fire, great axes. Yeah, actually, you guys, you guys know I just started watching Forged in Fire the other day. I feel bad. I didn't even know it existed. I was going through YouTube the other day on my account, and I was like, what's this? It had a picture, it said Viking axes. I guess they had one where the guys made like throwing Viking axes. And I was like, man, I gotta check that out. And now I've been binge watching them for the past week, going through YouTube and watching all the Forged in Fire stuff. It's really cool. It's really cool. I didn't even know that was a thing. I just found that out. I like the branching out. The restaurant and store sound cool. Anything axe related is also cool. Good. Teaching about axe handles is a great idea. Yeah, guys, I'll do my best. You know, I used to do a lot of that when I first started YouTube, and it kind of, there was only a little bit of you out there that were interested, which I'll still do it. But, you know, I've got a little bit of experience when it comes to doing axe handles for axe throwing. When it comes to chopping and splitting, I mean, I do a really good job hafting them and putting them together. But when it comes to designing axe handles and hafting them in a way for axe throwing, I'm really good. Am I the best? Of course not. I'm sure there's people out there that are better than me. But I think I do a really good job being able to haft my axe heads on my handles and design them in a way and haft them in a way for axe throwing, because I do some things a little different than your traditional hafting. And I'll show you guys that when we get a handle for this double bit here. And we'll make a whole video on that double bit, designing the head, getting the handle, designing the handle, hafting it and throwing it. And you know, we'll see how well it works out. They're wood handles, guys. They could always break, but I'll show you guys what I do again on design work. And I'm always trying to branch out and learn new things from people. Sometimes I learn stuff from people that don't axe throw, that half this way or that way, and I go, you know, I'm going to try that for axe throwing, and I do it and it works really well. So there's a lot of people out there that do really great work that I learned tips and tricks from. Wrangler Star, Buck and Billy Ray, he gave me some great pointers on finning your cheeks. I really like him. He's up in Canada. Super great guy. Of course, Skill Cult. I actually referred someone the other day. They were asking me about chopping and what I thought about the degree and bit, you know, what degree to put on their cutting edge for chopping. And I said, I really think you should go over and watch Skill Cult. That guy knows his chopping axes. He knows way more than I'll ever know about chopping. Way more than I'll ever know, because he loves it. So that means he's just going to know more because he loves it and he's better at it than I am. So go check out Skill Cult. And there's a few other people too that probably have some great knowledge that I haven't ran across yet. Some bushcrafters that could give you guys some information on edge and cheek design for chopping. But I will say this. I'll say this. I've got a lot of work axes and throwing axes that I've put a edge on that I use just for axe throwing, and then have transitioned it over to chopping, and it seems to work really well with no edge rollover. The bits don't break, they don't, you know, crack and break and all that. So do I feel comfortable enough to say you can do it? No, I don't have the experience chopping all that much to say, yeah, I've got all this experience chopping, because I don't. But I can tell you what I have experience in when it comes to cheek and edge design, when it comes to axe throwing and being able to put a very thin bit profile and get it to stick into the target, hit hard with no edge rollover. That also depends on the steel type you're using too, but I can give you guys information on that for axe throwing. I think I've got enough experience now to say I think I'm pretty well versed in that. So that's what I like doing, is staying in my field, staying in what I know that's good, that works, that's of quality, and that I've put through the ringer time and time again and just continues to perform. And that's where I like staying at with my knowledge. If I learn something else and put it to the test, I'll come back and tell you guys, but try to stay in my wheelhouse. Don't want to go outside that. You know, and of course too, it gives everybody more content to watch. If I do a review on this and I say, man, look at all this, it's great for axe throwing, I smash it and it's great. And you're like, yeah, but I wonder how well it works for chopping. Then you can go watch someone else that used it just for chopping. So that way I spread the love out. I want to spread the content out, you know, that way you can watch. Okay, just between you and I, when I used to be into, you know, when I used to be into those things, you would get like 7, 8, 9 YouTube content creators that would all do a review on the same one, right? You guys know who they are. You know, you had Iraq Veteran 8888, Mr. Guns and Gear. I'm trying to think of all the ones that I used to watch. Anyway, you guys know who they are. And I would watch all of them. Even though they did a review on all of them, they would each bring something different to the table. Yeah, it was the same thing, you know, they're out there doing this and they'd set their target up at 100 yards and check the MOA, and they would use different, you know, bullet grain, you know, 62 grain and 55 grain and boat tail and hollow point and all this, but they all brought something different. And because I loved whatever it was that they were reviewing, this specific thing, I wanted to get so many different perspectives on it. I never just went to one person. And I never expect anybody just to come to me and just listen to me, which is why I try to stay in my lane. It broadens out the content, and you guys get different content and different opinions, and you should always listen to everyone's opinion. You don't have to listen to everybody, but you should at least listen to their opinion, because somebody can bring something different that someone else does with the same axe, hatch, or tomahawk. So that's why I always say, listen to me, don't listen to me. Take a little bit or take a lot. But always try to get out there and listen to people and listen to what they have to say. I know there's people out there that I think I know more than they do about axe throwing, but it doesn't mean that I won't listen to them when they talk, because they will give me information sometimes that I didn't think of that I can add to my game to improve it. And that's how we learn. You can think you're better than someone else in something, but don't think that they can't bring you great information and bring you something that's going to up your game in whatever it is you're trying to do. That's how we get smart, and that's how we get better at things, listening to everybody. Sometimes you got to let it go in one ear and out the other, but you got to know when to do that and when to trap it in your brain. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, guys. So I have a shrike and I love it. It throws a bit odd, but not badly by any means. I know I was a little concerned about the shrike and throwing it. It does look, it might be a little oddly weighted for axe throwing. I'm just going to say that. Kind of like this one maybe. I don't know. But I will agree with you on that. I'll say that now. It does look like it might be a little odd when it comes to axe throwing. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But I'd say 75% of the time I can look at stuff online and tell you how well it's going to perform and how well it isn't. And then there's about 25% of the time I'm wrong. And then there's other times where I'm like, damn, this thing just completely surprised me. I was completely wrong about this. And I tell you guys that in my videos. I say, you know, I knew it was going to do this. And then I go, I had no idea this was going to work out this way. So, you know, after a while, you kind of see the same designs. You kind of see the same thing over and over and over again with chopping axes, bushcraft axes. They might look different, but when you kind of get them in your hand and you see where the weight is on the axe head, and you go, oh, okay, well, it's probably going to fly the same. And then you find out they kind of do. So, you know, cutting a lot of these down. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, what's the Goldilocks length? What's the Goldilocks length when it comes to axe throwing? Like if you had a length for every axe you ever bought, if you had them at that same length, what's the Goldilocks length? And I always tell people between 14 and 16 inches. I think that if you took any axe, hatchet, or tomahawk, if it came in 18-inch length, if it came in a 17, if it came in a 16, no matter what, if you took that axe, hatchet, or tomahawk and cut it down between 14 and 16 inches, that's the best it's probably going to fly. Could you get it down to 10, 11, 12 and then fly better? Of course, but I don't find that some of these are realistic at 10 inches. They're just not. A lot of these hatchets, you don't see people using these big bushcraft hatchets at 10 inches. Maybe 12, but really 14 to 16 inches in a hatchet for bushcrafting or axe throwing. When you start getting into the 12 inches and shorter range, you start getting these very thin axe heads, like the all-steel ones, like the World Axe Throwing League ones that are very thin, or the ones you see on Amazon that are the 3-pack ones that are for axe throwing. They're very thin, and they're about 12 inches and under because they're very easy to throw at that length. When you start adding length, 14, 16, 18 inches, it starts getting harder to throw. Taking that axe head weight, driving it down more towards the center of gravity, towards your hand, at 14 to 16 inches can make the axe fly better. And like I said, you take any axe that's 17 inches and longer and bring it down to 14 to 16 inches, it will fly at its best somewhere around in there. It just will. And I'll prove it to you guys that this 17, this was actually a little over 17 inches, the Estwing double bit Black Eagle here. And I'll show you guys at, what does it say? It's like 14, it's almost 15 inches. I think it'll fly better at triple rotations at that length. I really do. So that's just my opinion, guys. Take it or leave it. That's just my opinion. So couldn't agree more. As a competitive axe thrower, 16 inches is the perfect length for me. Though I will say I know some throwers who throw 17-inch handles. Yeah, I will say, I'm glad you said that. Thanks for saying that. I will say that combat style, I hate saying that. I call my axe throwing dynamic axe throwing, but some people call it combat axe throwing. You could say that if you wanted to. My style of axe throwing, 14 to 16 inches. I can throw 17, and I've done it before, but my favorite is 14 to 16 because it gives me the ability at 14 to 16 inches, it gives me the ability to throw really hard at a single rotation, but then go back to triple and quadruple rotations and still maintain my accuracy without the axe wobbling in the air, and I can maintain bit strikes very repetitively. I noticed that when I go back to 17 inches and higher, I get a lot more wobble. It's controlled, but I'm not as consistent. I can do it, but if I want to stand at a quadruple rotation and throw an axe, hatchet, or tomahawk consistently, getting bit strikes and being accurate with it, 14 to 16 inches is the best. Now, single rotations, if you want a hard smashing axe, hatchet, or tomahawk that you can throw to single rotation at 17 inches, it's hard to beat. It is. And that's probably why a lot of the World Axe Throwing League axes are at 17 inches, because you don't have to throw them hard. And at 17-inch lakes, 17 to 18, well, I'd say 16 to 18 inches with a head-heavy axe or hatchet thrown at a single rotation, not hard, you're going to want that heavy head throwing it slower to get the bit to go in, of course, with a thinner cheek and bit design. With that weight, you're going to want it to penetrate the target with a slower throw. And I will say 16 to 18 inches is really good for competitive axe throws, just my opinion. I found that way. When I've had my dad over here throwing, he seems to do a lot better with the head heavy ones that have a longer handle because he throws a little slower and he gets that penetration and it rotates a little bit better for him. It just does. So yeah, I can see that. Throwing it slower, getting a heavier head at a longer handle length, it'll rotate nicely in the air at single rotation and get that penetration that you want. I will say that combat axe from Winkler looks good. And I'll just say it looks good. I don't think I'm going to have to do much. Just saying. It's got a very nice profile on it from the start. And I'll show it to you guys in the first impressions, but I'm excited about that one. I really am. So if you guys don't have anything else, I think it might be getting dark. Where's our, over here, the umbrella I had to set up. There's sun. I set up all this, came outside, set that, and then when I went to go set it up to do the live, I noticed that the sun was hitting the lens and I was like, shit, and it was like all whited out. So I had to set that umbrella up to block it, but I don't think it was an issue in this live. So thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. And I love talking axes with you guys. If we could do this every Wednesday, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do one of these every week. I really am. I'm going to try to do one a week. One a week, one live. We don't have to do it really, crazy, long lengths. We can do it in an hour and in, but I think my battery's probably about to die, so we should probably get out of here. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the free giveaway that I want to do in December. If you guys have anything you can add to that, please let me know. And if we find any better axes between now and December, then I'll switch them out. Maybe there's a better axe that comes along than the Model 1 or the Tops knives, and we'll just swap it out with that one. So thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. We should probably do, I use the World Axe Throwing League Corporal, and you're absolutely right. It's head heavy axe and it does hit the target better. Yeah, I love that Corporal. That Corporal is a freaking beast, but I love that Corporal. I really do. Head heavy axes are my preference for sure. Yeah, I do too. I like the head heavy ones. I do my weight test and they kind of fall towards the head. I really like those, especially for up close too. They smash really hard. You don't have to throw them very hard either. They just do a really good job. You guys want to do a free giveaway real quick? How many people are still in here? There's 14 of you. Let's do a free giveaway. I'll do one. And yes, Dan the man's probably sitting back going, you're going to have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks to get your axe. Maybe. It's going to take you a while. It will, unless something crazy happens with my work schedule. I will tell you guys, they sent out an email out was it yesterday? And if there's anybody, I'm sure there's people that work with me that are silent, that watch me. I know you're lurkers. I know you guys are that work with me, that you just sit back, you don't say nothing, but you're watching. You're watching me. They sent us out an email the other day, and they were like, hey, just so you know, the port across the water from us, which is called VIG, Virginia International Gateway. I work at Norfolk International Terminals, but VIG across the water, I guess they had a fire on one of their railroads that brings the cargo in on their rail, because I work on the rail at NIT. One of the rail sections that comes into VIG had a fire or something, and they're not able to bring in the rail cars into VIG. So they're now diverting all the rail cars that go to VIG to NIT, which means that we're going to be busy, even more busy than we already are. So, you know, I'll do my best, but I would expect, being realistic here, guys, it probably takes you anywhere between 2 and 3 weeks, maybe sometimes closer to 3 weeks to get your axe in a free giveaway. So don't freak out. You're going to get it. It just takes me a while. So let me go in the shed, pick a cool one out. I'm going to give you the Sog Warfighter. That one still needs to be fixed. Let me go in there and grab one real quick. Nobody go anywhere. 4 of you left. Every single time I announce, let's do a free giveaway, there's like 4 to 6 people that leave. For those of you who remember the last time we did a free giveaway, the past 2 lives I've done giveaways, as soon as I say, let's do a free giveaway, 4 to 6 people leave immediately when I say that. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Let's go in the shed real quick. Hang on. Let me go in here and get off my bug. Guys, this shed is falling down. I got something cool coming. Hopefully by the end of the year or next, I'm building a really huge indoor throwing thing. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to jinx myself. Okay, so let's see here. We've got let's see. What do we have here we can give away? What can we give away? What can we give away that I'm not going to throw again? Still got that one to fix. Guys, we got all these axes in here that we have to fix. You know what? Let's give the Ned Foss one away. Somebody was supposed to win this one, and guess what? He never claimed it, and I kept it. The other person, I gave these away as a set, and the person never got back with me. So we'll just do the Ned Foss one. It's still in here. It's got a little rust on it. It's been hanging out. I gotta oil it. Let's do the Ned Foss one. I will say, guys, you got a little movement going on with this handle. Cheeks are a little fat. But it's not bad. It's the Ned Foss Viking hand axes. It does have a little rust on it. It's a little crude, but you guys will like it. I'm telling you, you guys will like it. Here we are. I'll give this one away. Someone won this before. These came as a set, and I gave one away, and he got his. The other person never claimed it. Or did something, I don't remember, something happened, they didn't get it. Or was it that they lived in another country and I gave them a gift card? I don't remember. So we're just going to give this away. You got to be in the United States. I don't have a lot of money right now because I bought the Winkler axe. So we're going to have to keep it in the United States right now. So here's what we'll do. We got to think of a question. We got to think of something that we can talk about. Okay. So I always do trivia on these, and we'll make it easy. I don't want to make it extremely hard. So give me one, sorry, bear with me here, bear with me. Let me think of something that I can ask you guys that everyone's going to know, that everyone has a fair shot of answering, that can win that axe. Let me think. Oh, let me think here. Okay, I've got one. I've got a question. And if you guys can't get it, I'll give you hints. Who can tell me on this channel what was the very first, they call it an axe, it's more of a hatchet. It's not designed for axe throwing, but I reviewed it. Who can tell me the name of the very first axe that I did a review on this channel that was made in the Ukraine. It was made in the Ukraine. I did an unboxing on it. I threw it. And there was a big thing that happened in that video. And if you guys remember, I believe it was, remember it got me? It got me here. And I had to close it up. I mean, I was just, and in the video, if you guys go back and watch the video on this, you'll see I've just got red stuff flowing down my hand as I'm throwing the axe. It was nasty. And there was a whole story behind it in that video. If you guys can tell me what axe it was made in the Ukraine. It was the very first axe I ever did on this channel that was made in the Ukraine. If you guys need a hint, just tell me, Wes, we need a hint. And I'll be more than happy to give you guys another hint. The man said, nah, but now that you mention it, LOL. But seriously, just be patient. He'll send it. Yeah, I'll send it, guys. I promise. You'll get your axe. Like I said, if you guys can tell me the very first axe I did a review on, and I don't think that it's in the title. It's not in the title. Okay, he wants a hint. Look, he wants a hint. I recently talked about it, and I did 2 videos recently, and it was in the 2 videos. The one where that guy was like, oh, you have to buy an expensive, like tactical tomahawks aren't made to be used for abuse. You guys remember that video? And I made a response video to him. It was in that video. And then in the last video, which was the 5 axes everybody should own, it's an all steel axe. I'll tell you guys that. It's an all steel axe. And it's all black. It has G10 grip panels. And it has a weird knob design at the bottom, like a triangle knob design. It was really cool because it has a very interesting spike on the back. And I was able to sharpen the top of the axe head, the cutting edge, and underneath the beard to make it to where it was like the CRK Jenny Wren, where I could throw it at any length. I can't answer laugh out loud because I'm Canadian. Man, I tell you what, Mike. Here's what we'll do. If you know the answer, Mike, you tell me you tell me what it is. Mike, if you know the answer, you tell me what it is, and here's what I'll do for you, man. I'll give you a gift card, and you can go on to Amazon.ca? Amazon.ca, is that what it's called? Amazon.ca, and I'll give you a gift card, and you can buy the same axe, or you can buy, because you can get it on Amazon. You can buy it or buy another axe of your choice, and I'll still give away this axe to someone in the United States. But if you know it, Mike, tell me what you think it is, and I'll send you a gift card, man. And you can buy whatever you want, and I'll still give away this other axe. I'm trying to think. It has an odd shape. It has an inward swept handle. Where the handle sweeps into the bit. So here's your bit, and the handle kind of sweeps in like this. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, you're killing me here. There's only 10 of you left in this live chat. But come on. I'm trying to think of anything else. I cut my hand on it really bad. It was a whole story where the cats ran underneath my leg. I had thrown the axe up in the air, and the cats ran underneath my leg, and I fell, and I went to go move the axe because it was going to hit one of the cats, and I cut my hand. And it came with this really cool 3D shadow printed box. And like I said, it's got a weird spike design on the back. It has the inward swept handle. People are on there right now looking at my videos. They're like, oh, I gotta watch it. I tell you what, I'll give you another few minutes. Nobody answers, then I'll cut the live, and whoever the first person is to go into the comment section after the live is over and answer the correct answer, I'll still send it to you. So I'll give you a couple more minutes, and we're losing people like flies now. Now we're down to 9 people. It has a very weird name, and it's got like the name of the axe The name of the axe that I'm doing that I'm talking about here is you find them on a rose. The flower, you'll find them on a rose, and they'll poke you. That's in the name of this axe I'm talking about. WSTS 238. It says, oh, digital wheeling got it. Digital wheeling got it. I don't know what WSTS 238. It says your message was retracted. I don't know what that means. I've never seen that before. If you retracted it or if, I don't know what that is. December perfect, just in time for my birthday, Skull. Yeah, yeah, man, I don't know what happened. It says your message was retracted. I don't know what that means, but at Digital Wheeling, you're right, man. It was the Cova Blackthorn. Cova Blackthorn. Mike, good guess, man. Good guess, but it was the Cova Blackthorn. He is right. He is right. That was it's actually made in the Ukraine. They're Ukrainian. And that was the very first Ukrainian axe. The second one that I did a review on that was from the Ukraine was the Beavercraft AX1. I was waiting for somebody to say the Beavercraft, but now it was the Cova. You are correct, sir. Oh, you lost internet. I was wondering what that was. I was like, I've never seen it say message retracted before. All right, man. Yeah, digital wheeling. You are correct, sir. So here you are, man. I'll send you the Ned Foss Viking throwing hand axe, I think is what they call it. Steve Wren, a member of the channel, he's got the pair to this because I gave this away as a pair. Again, like I said, you got some movement going on. You can see here it's moving. But I think if you take out the wedge, it's thick enough where you can seat the axe head back down, splay it back over, and you should be good. These handles are really good. I did a review on both of them. These handles are worth keeping. So if you can keep this handle, I would. Take the wedge out, drill it out. It's pretty easy to do. Just drill out the wedge and then just smack the knob, get this thing to go down a little bit farther. You might have to thin it down a little bit in here, kind of squeak it down, thin it back, splay it back over the top, and I think you'll be good. I'll give it some oil. It does have a little rust on it. It's been sitting in the shed for a while. I'll put some oil on it before I send it to you, and that way you can have it, man. Go into any one of my videos, and in any one of my videos in the description, you'll find my email address. Send me an email with your name, what axe you won, and your contact information, including your shipping information, your address, and I'll get it out to you. And when I do send it out to you, I'll send you tracking. I always do that. I'll send you a tracking number so you can track it. Like I said, don't expect it in the next week, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see. We'll see what I can get done as fast as I can. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for everybody that was in the chat. I really appreciate it. James Hart, man, what's up, man? James is in the comments section. Good job. Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome, Digital Wheeling. Thanks for being part, and thanks for sticking around to the end. Yes, he does send the tracking numbers. Yeah, James won. James has won some 1 or 2 giveaway stuff. Actually, James, I think you just won recently, didn't you? Didn't you win the, you won that Lularu or whatever it was, the Chinese axe that ghosted me and Dave, and I bought it anyway, right? Isn't that the one you won? I think you should have gotten it, or you should be getting it now, or you got it today or tomorrow or something. You should be getting it. That was actually not a bad axe. It's just really expensive. $129 for a Chinese made axe. Eee. Not bad though. Hey, if you guys are interested, I found something. If you go onto Amazon right now, I did a review on, I forgot what it's called, the Lulu. I forgot what it is. There's another axe on there that looks very similar. It has the removable pole on the back that you can take the screws out of, and it's about half the price. So I'm thinking about getting it. And it actually kind of looks cooler. But it's, did you guys hear that? Dun, 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 dun. Tell me you live in the South without telling me you live in the South. I'm expecting to see an orange Dodge Charger drive by the house right now. Oh my gosh, that's not telling you guys where I live. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Thanks for everything everybody does to make the channel what it is. And thanks for everybody that stayed this long. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you for the tracking number. It has helped out with the USPS. They've sent mine all over in the past couple of days. It's currently in Texas. The heck, man. Yeah. There for a while, USPS was not the best at shipping. I think they got their stuff together, but there for a while, I wouldn't ship anything through them. They were losing stuff left and right. So I think they got their stuff together, though. I think I've used them for the past couple times. I've given axes away, and everybody's gotten their stuff. So, and they give $100 worth of insurance for free, where you have to pay for. UPS is just too expensive. I was using them at one time. It was costing me like $40 or $50 to send out axes for free giveaways, whereas USPS charges like $16, 16 to like $18. That was back in the day when I didn't know any better and it was expensive. So, cheers, guys. I'm out here. Scout. See you guys. I'm out of here. It's getting dark. So appreciate everything everybody does to make this channel what it is. Like always, thank you so much. Thank you. And thanks for watching these so I can buy these axes. You guys don't know, but here this year, you guys have been watching so much that I haven't had to come out of pocket very much to buy these axes. And when I don't have to come out of pocket, it makes me want to buy the more expensive ones and then give them away to you guys. So that's awesome. So hopefully we'll get back into doing some more giveaways of the reviews I've done. We might give this one away as a giveaway. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to convince me. I don't know. I really like it. I love Batman. I kind of want to keep it, but maybe I'll give this one away in the final review. When I do the review of throwing this one, I'll send you guys one unmodified. Yeah, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Maybe we'll do that. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. They're horrible in Virginia. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm really leaving this time. Seriously, I'm out of here. Bye. See ya. Bye, Dave. Good night, all. Congratulations on the new axe. Yeah. Thank you for doing all this. It's great fun, and I'm learning things. Yeah, no problem, Dan. I appreciate it, man. You are welcome, sir. I'll see you on Patreon. You're Dan's Grath, right? Aren't you Grath? I keep forgetting. I'll see you on Patreon. I've got to get yours done too. The Doom Blade. We got to throw that soon too. Get over this sickness. I'll throw it next week. We'll throw it next week when we do the Estwing. So I'll post it sometime next week. But I got something special for Patreon before the week's over. I'll give you guys an update on something over on Patreon. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. See ya. Bye. Holy crap, this is an hour and a half, guys. No one's going to watch this.